All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to be back. Going to be finishing up this back half of the last flight, Flight 1F of Danielle's 150K birthday bash, where the prize pool hit nearly $243,000. In this flight, total number of entries, 130 players, down to about 30, going to be playing down to 13, top 10%, again, of each flight. We will be having approximately 60 players or so that will be restarting tomorrow at 1 p.m. And so that is where we're at. We will be coming back to level 13, where the small blind will be 3K and the big blind is going to be 6K and a 6K big blind ante. I will move back to the live stream as they get ready to go. Again, thank you for joining in the chat. Know you could be elsewhere this Saturday evening at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Brian Kelly still in the box. Has the cards fanned out. Again, a new feature table. Down to 31 players. Let me see how many total entries we had when we ran the math. There is... total of 565 entries, where tomorrow there'll be 56, 57 players. I think it's going to be 56 based off like rounding up, rounding down. So here we go. Cards are in the air now. Need about 18 players to bust and get eliminated. Again, giving away free merchandise, both from Poker House Dallas and the Next Gen guys. What time do you think we'll finish this evening? Got a number of entries for the last stream that we had. Give us your guess. Currently solo in the booth. I know Eric's wrapping up the prize pool payouts tentatively based off potential double baggers. I think there's about 3 or 4 players left that have already bagged. 57, we rounded up twice. Okay. I know we rounded down on 1 or 2 and then rounded up. So 57 based off men's response. 57 players going into day 2 tomorrow restart. Steve in the middle position is going to open pocket 8s. Miss Danny gonna call with 8-9 offsuit in the cutoff, and Jeremy completing in the big blind with A6 offsuit. Flops top pair. And he's the short stack. Rounder, I'll get to your question at the conclusion of this hand. Danny going to try and take a stab at this. Contemplating a call here. Has a gutter to a straight. Not too many outs. Going to be drawn very thin. But let's see if she decides to make a call. Pretty sure she knows that she's putting Jeremy on an ace after a check raise rip. She already put in 20K. She's trying to figure out whether or not she's getting the right price to call. Again, she's got to be right. She's going to call 50. Yeah, and she makes a fold. Good fold by Miss Danny here. Jeremy picking up some chips, now about 25 big blinds after starting this featured table with a small stack. So the game is, what time do you think we're going to end this evening? So Cup says 1:45. Oh, crap, Raylene. I didn't write your time down. Oh, you said 12:15. That's right, we changed it. Cup is saying 1:45. Brad saying 1:21. Here we go again. Daryl on the live stream again. A number of players on this live stream you recognize. Miss Randy there in the 2 seat. James, one of the dealers in the 7 seat. A lot of Dallas staple poker players on this final, oh, not this, on this feature table. Fo with pocket 8's gonna rip for 6 big blinds. Danny's gonna make the call with ace-10 off. Felt like she was getting the price to eliminate a player. Oh, and Danny re-ribbing her stack here. Getting both players to fold king, queen. Let me go heads up. Classic coin flip. Fo getting the nice little double up. Pushing his stack up to about 17 big blinds. Danny's losing some of her stack. Still has a good 85 big blinds left. Plenty of chips to play with. Got some players, or got some viewers in the chat saying, let's go James Lee from Mr. Min. Scott Gordon cheering on Miss Randy Lister. And Bryce cheering on Daryl. Again, our game is this evening. What time are we ending this flight? I will know in a real time what time we complete. Again, we are on a 10-minute delay. Few players in this final flight 1F with the opportunity to double bag and make that additional $3,000 in addition to at least the minimum cash. Tammy cheering for Miss Danny and the dog Melvin. I wonder if she has a separate chair for Melvin. James in middle position, gonna open King Jack offsuit. James taking down the pot. Bryce saying 135. Do we have one close to that? No, you're good. Bryce at 135. Again, stay tuned. Tomorrow, we will be doing another feature table, probably about 3 p.m. Gonna let a number of players bust out. Resume the feature table about 3 p.m. or so. If you haven't played at Poker House Dallas, come on, get some action. Got a number of games going. I think 10 or 11 cash tables going on. James going to open +1 jacks. It's definitely a hand you can defend with. Suited wheel ace, liked it. Pretty standard defend to a middle, it's an early position open. Some players might not be comfortable playing this hand. Both players check flop. Ace sideboard. Steven with the best of it, flopping top pair and a gutter to the wheel. Another viewer in the chat saying, let's get that second bag, Randy, from Miss Bobby Boy. Robert Gardner, Thomas Rainier, cheering on Daryl and Randy. Steven Rivering 2-pair here. Going to make a bet for value on the river. Going to get James to go with pocket jacks. Probably wasn't worried about the flush draw or the straight draw. Not going to be too many 4X hands in James opening range from under the gun. Could have been potentially scared of the flush, which is why he bet so small for value there. Danny, a regular on our weekly tournament streams, overwhelming chip leader on this featured table, sitting at over 500,000 in chips, 85 big blinds. Danny in the 8 seat +1 gonna open pocket fours, 2.5X. I'll get to that question. Giuseppe Pintor liking the stream. Thank you very much for liking the stream. Subscribe to all our social media platforms if you haven't already. Again, trying to get us to a point where we can monetize this live stream and chat as well. Now both the 5 seat and the 6 seat having the same hand, but the 5 seat folding. So flopping top pair. Both players check the turn on the A sideboard. So taking over the betting lead on the river after rivering trips. The Case King, Danny gonna fold. Fold picking up some much needed chips, now getting himself to about 20 big blinds. Just over 10 minutes into level 13. Again, as you see, the small blind 3K, big blind 6K, 6K big blind ante. Bobby Boy, final prize pool, about 243,000. I think they were off about 430 because a player had Zelled their money to play the tournament. So if you hear me yawning and wondering if I'm tired, I am tired. But jumping in here in the booth for the live stream for you, for those of you in the chat. Now I know Danielle, Matt, and Eric are kind of finalizing financial totals, getting the prize pool ready for tomorrow and whatnot. Thank you, Robert, for sharing the stream. Yeah, we were very happy with it. Hoping to get a little more. But you know what? We still smashed the guarantee. Those of you in the chat heard Matt talking about us putting on a tournament series at some point in the future. Obviously, don't know dates, don't know specifics of the tournaments. Yeah, Rob, that's going to be fun. Are you going to get training? Oh, yeah, that's right. You want to get dealer training, but when they did it, because you worked during the days they were doing the training, probably should do a nighttime training and a daytime training. And I think one of the requirements we're going to make for the dealers is actually learning Action Tracker. You may never actually have to like stand behind the booth where Craig's sitting right now and punching in the stuff, but I think it's important for you all to understand the dynamics of how it works. Then you'll realize why it's so important. Jeremy opening up 10 to 17K, just slightly under 3X. Doubled up earlier in this back half of the stream. Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit, Bobby, after this hand. James going to make the call with ace-10, offsuit of the small blind. Danny going to complete in the big blind. Now, as more and more players call, open, whatever, limp in. From the big blind, a lot of players will like to defend because they think they're getting a good price. But as more players call and the weaker your hand is, the more you should be folding, unless you have, you know, already made hand middle pocket pair, or big suited cards, Broadway cards, ace X type hands. Jeremy picking up some chips, now over 30, 31 big blinds. Yeah, we're actually going to put together a quote-unquote whole production team. That's going to consist of dealers getting additional training, getting more people trained on the action tracker, and giving opportunities to players in the to come in the commentate in the booth as well. Jeremy under the gun opening king queen off. Randy cold calling behind and +1. It's going to be folding all the way around to the button. Actually going to fall all the way down to Daryl in the big blind with ace jack suited. Definitely going to make a call here and defend the big blind. Opting to squeeze with ace jack suited. Good handed to squeeze with. Now just making the raise really small, but it's basically min clicking it. If you're going to be making a move out of position to under the gun open in a +1 flat, probably would want to use a bigger sizing in terms of squeezing. Again, he had about 20 big blinds left. Gonna get Jeremy to fold. Good fold here. Randy's just gonna call with ace 10, not knowing she's pretty behind Daryl's ace jack suited. On a board of 9, 5, 8, 2 hearts. Check, check, flop, check, check, turn. River's a king would have been Jeremy's hand. Daryl picking up the pot. Now up to 180,000. Randy still herself at above 191K. Both players having just slightly over 30 big blinds. Yeah, I'm never a big fan of the main clicks. Again, you've heard me say as the blind levels increase and stack depths decrease, raising sizes need to be smaller. But when there's an under the gun open and a +1 cold call, if you're going to raise out of the blinds, which is what Daryl did, going to probably want to take a bigger sizing. If he makes it 50, 55K, I think he's going to get both players to fold. Glenn waking up with the monster with pocket aces. Just gonna limp. Maybe looking to limp back raise. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Hey, you heard me talking about the series. Definitely, you're gonna have to come up for that one whenever we do that. Glenn with a very disguised hand of pocket aces. On a 9 high board, maybe Jeremy's just gonna foresee Glenn betting here. Now with him limping in from under the gun, +1, he's not gonna have a lot of 3x holdings. Could have a hand like ace 3 suited, but probably not. Brandon, I bagged last flight, snuck in with 20 big blinds. Came into the featured table with, they were taking 11 players last flight. Oh, hold on, what happened here? Looks like action is stuck. Some players all in here. Jimmy ripping his stack not putting Glenn on a strong hand. Again, playing his aces very disguised from early position. Going to pick up a lot of chips here. Going to be now over 40 big blinds, 45 big blinds? Yeah, 45 big blinds, give or take. Jeremy now down to 42K. About 7 big blinds. So seriously, so I put Matt on the spot, Bobby, and asked if there was any plans of doing a tournament series with that 7 days, 10 days, 4 days, 14 days, 2 weeks. Having some sort of kickoff event and obviously finishing it off with a main event. Not sure in terms of what current quote-unquote prize pools are going to consist of. You'll give me 932 the jam dart first hand. You know I would do something stupid like that. And then kind of asked the chat of what kind of tournaments they would like to see. Got a bunch of different responses. A tag team tournament, a women's tournament, a seniors tournament, deep stack, freeze out, mixed game, whether that's horse. Camera's stuck. Should be rotating around here shortly. And again, you know, when action tracker has to be backed up, there's a tendency for the camera to get stuck. Now, when we get this switch over to this 8-port ATEM switch with the additional wiring and the additional cameras, now we have installed the wiring. Couldn't get the overhead flow. Well, we couldn't get this ATEM switch to work for, you know, it could be user operator error. Could be a number of different things. We couldn't get it installed. We were, oh. Gonna be heads up to the flop. Jeremy all in, looking to double up. Has the best of it with an ace. 5 of spades coming on the river. Jeremy doubling up after losing a big hand to a disguised pocket aces from the 4 seat when Jeremy flopped top pair. Yeah, Bobby, that's going to be cool. Again, they have to time it around other local events, national events, series, circuit events. But definitely going to be in the works. And I think, you know, progression-wise, tournament perspective speaking, you know, the free roll, you were here for the free roll, and I'll be one of the first people to say that it wasn't well thought out and put together and staffed. Then the Summer Bash definitely did a really good job with the Summer Bash, doubling the guarantee of 100K to just over 200, nearly 205K. And then this with Danielle's Birthday Bash, gone off with a hitch, brought in some traveling dealers from Iowa, Minnesota, additional floor and a couple of additional floor / assistant tournament directors. And yes, I know the camera's stuck. It will be rotating around very shortly. And I thought I adjusted that camera for the overhead mic. I'll adjust it tomorrow before we go live. Currently in the booth by myself. Again, Matt and Eric currently not joining me. I think they're tying up some loose ends now that this flight is quote-unquote done. I mean, not in terms of bagging, but in terms of all the money coming in. I think they're getting it ready for tomorrow, trying to figure out potential final payouts. Those will be announced. I think Matt said at the conclusion of this flight. Probably going to be posted on Facebook and Poker Atlas. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, the free roll, bless their heart. I think conceptually they thought it was a great idea from an execution standpoint. Didn't do that great of a job, but again, you've been here since the beginning. You've seen the progression of the quality of the staff, the quality of the dealers, the quality of the tournament directors from February to the Summer Bash to this tournament. This tournament has run smooth for the most part. There's been a couple glitches, and again, that's going to happen when you're bringing in new dealers, new floors, and whatnot, and just a general increase in foot traffic in the room. Matt Bullen's liking the stream. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good evening. Again, day 2 restart tomorrow, 1 p.m. Hopefully I can spin that stack up, but towards the bottom of the list for players bagging for tomorrow. Not too concerned about it. Still in a decent position. Some very light limping clubs are pretty much all gone now. James limping with 7-5 clubs. Danny with 8-4 clubs. I did bag, barely. I super snuck in. Randy gonna reship it. Gonna squeeze with ace-4 offsuit. I like the squeeze that's gonna get through. Good squeeze by Randy from the cutoff, knowing that all these players had limped behind her, trying to take down the dead money in the middle of the pot. Yeah, Snooper snuck in. Fired 4 bullets. 2 yesterday, 2 this morning. I was not very happy with the way I played the first 3 bullets. Didn't run well, but also didn't play well. Took a 5-minute break after I busted. Pretty much at the end of registration and refired with 20 big blinds. And now somebody was like, "Why don't you just fire the evening?" I was like, "No, I think I'll be fine." I'm glad I did. When I came to the feature table, I think there was about 32, 33 players left, and we needed to lose. I think there was 36 players. Yeah. When I moved to the feature table, about 36 players left, and started with 11 big blinds. Had some, stole some pots. Glenn in the cutoff, opening king, queen, king 6. Fut in the small blind gonna call here. Probably gonna entice James. Oh, decides not to call with an ace. Probably figuring that any ace X beats him here. Now, this is a board that's not very good for Glenn's raising range from late position, although he does have top pair. This is a board that kind of favors foes' small blind limping range or calling range. Glenn with a delay C bet on the turn. Getting foe to fold. And there you see it, 26 players remaining left in this last flight. Few minutes left in level 13. Excuse me. See if Jeremy's going to open here. Oh, he's going to ship it. I like the move here. Blocking a lot of property. Oh, here's foe with ace queen. Can he call with ace queen? Hand's pretty strong enough, and he's going to call, make the call. Oh, and Danny with ace king, waking up with ace king in the big blind. Going to call as well. They're going to be going 3 ways to this flop with nearly 300,000 here. 50 big blinds up for grabs. Danny with the best of it, with a better ace and foe, but also her king is get king, ace king higher better than ace queen and king jack. Vogue really drawing just to a queen or some running cards for Broadway. Gonna be tough with some of these cards, eliminating and reducing hands that could help with a straight draw. Look, definitely a firework action end. Brian getting ready to deal out the flop with a side pot. Oh, wow, and he turns it with Danny with the king of spades. Fo picking up some chips. Now over 40 big blinds when he was a short stack earlier. Jeremy getting eliminated. Good game. Danny again losing another pot, but still in okay position. Has over 50 big blinds left. Danny and Randy joking about Brian dealing out some coolers. And you hear Mike Tanner, one of our assistant tournament directors here at Poker House, just announcing the new blind levels. Brandon gonna be coming back to 488. About 7 minutes left. Lego. Cold-blooded. Oh, there's a re-raise from somebody. Who's the three better? Oh, Randy raised it to 35, so she makes it 5x. Gonna be heads up to this flop. 3-4-7 board. Let's see if Randy is gonna see bet her rage. Not understanding the overbet rip here. Getting Fo to fold the best hand here. Interesting rip from Randy there. Concerned that maybe she had something overpaired to his hand. Again, if she really did have an overpair to his hand, probably wouldn't be ripping it there unless he thinks she's trying to protect against spades. It's a non-typical jam on the flop. Especially as the original opener. Definitely a board that doesn't hit your opening range in early position. A board that's better for Fo, although he doesn't have too many, unless he has a set right there. Fo and just gonna limp in from the hijack. Danny gonna raise to 30K on the button. Gonna make the fold. Danny picking up some chips. Twenty-five players remaining. Need to lose another 12. When we get to 18 players, we will be doing a final 2-table redraw. May get some new faces to this feature table. Glenn just going to limp in here with King 10 suited. Could definitely open from early position with that hand. Now, Diamonds are pretty much gone now. Danny raising Jack 7 suited in later position after a bunch of calls. Randy gonna make the call of the big blind, defending the big blind with pocket fives. Steven more than likely gonna fold here. Oh, maybe not. It's gonna choose to get a little spicy. Very dangerous hand. Very speculative hand to call it with here. Drawing super thin. Flops a gutter. Gonna take over the betting lead from Danny. Surprised he leads that board with the ace high not being the original aggressor. Getting Danny the fold, who was the original opener. Again, Steve originally limp, cold called a raise. Continuing to turn his hand into a bluff. Randy folding the best hand, not knowing how weak Steven actually was, turning his 5 deuce of diamonds into a bluff. So close. And again, what time do you think we're going to end this live stream is going to end? Going to giving away free Poker House Dallas merchandise. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open, but unfortunately I can't fall asleep because I'm commentating. Foe with ace king suited and +1 going to open. Make it 40. That's a really big sizing with ace king suited. Not wanting any callers. Ooh, Glenn with 9s. Definitely should be defending here. Could be worrying. A lot of time when somebody raises that big preflop, oh, the blinds haven't been increased. I'll let him know that. No, the blinds, you're right. Enough on this board, c-betting his entire range. Yeah, and definitely with pocket 9s, only one overcard. Definitely should be at least be peeling a turn here. At the end of this hand, I'm going to step outside to remind Craig to update the blinds. Actually, I think I can do it from in here. Let me check. Okay, Brandon, blinds have not increased. Hold on, I'll step outside. I don't want to mess Craig up. The action tracker, but you're correct. And Glenn ripping pocket 9s, putting on the hand that on the exact hand that he actually has. Gonna get the fold. Gonna step outside for just a second. All right, just updated Craig. Let him know to update the blinds in the action tracker. He will do that. Chip counts are not going to be correct. Going to be off a little bit. Thanks, Will, for that comment. Really means a lot. I am definitely tired.
8 raises. 35.
A limp from Fudd under the gun with Jack 10 suited, getting raised from Danny with, oh, and a Randy with kings on the button. Probably going to rip it and probably going to get, yep, going to rip it. Pretty standard rip to a raise. Going to get folds around. Fudd's going to fold, and I almost willing to bet that Danny is going to call here. Could be worried about, obviously, kings, ace, king, jacks. Yeah, he's been picking up these marginal. Yeah, and she's gonna make the call. Doesn't surprise me. Cards on their back. $400,000 pot. On an ace high board. And there's nothing you can do there. Randy already bagging. She's going to be carrying 260K chips to tomorrow's, hoping to double bag. Danny picking up a big pot. Back up to her original starting stack for when she sat down to at this table. Yeah, I'm exhausted. So when the whole crew was out in Vegas, you know, between me, Min, and Craig, pretty much ran the stream in terms of action tracker, commentating, dealers, putting lineups together, doing the VPIP game on Saturday. Eric comes back. Didn't stream on Sunday. Well, we did stream on. I helped get it set up, but it was the next gen guys. Monday picked up Eric, tried to get in. Install this new ATEM 8-port switch, plus the wiring, plus the additional cameras, overhead cameras. Couldn't get it to work. We were here past midnight both Tuesday and Wednesday. Actually, Monday was an off day. We didn't do anything stream related. Then pretty much been up here. So yesterday, I don't even know, it's Saturday. On Thursday, I was up here early. Did not play Thursday because when we tried to install everything, it didn't work out. So we reinstalled the old stuff, plus reinstalled the software. And I wanted to be in the booth Thursday in the event that anything happened. Didn't want to throw somebody new in here. Again, Eric's the master at all this stuff. And after him, ooh, would have liked to seen Steve 3-bet bluff there. The king, queen, after a late position, limp from both the cutoff and the button. Does flop top pair. Pretty connected board. Some straight draws, some diamond draws. No one holding a diamond in their hand. Although, oh, wait, Glenn flopped the straight. I'm so sorry. Again, with all these players in the hand. See if Glenn's going to slow play. I would anticipate with such a wet board. I like the raise here. Small raise. Min clicking here. In position. Again, this was a limp pot. Steve flopping top pair, leading out, but doesn't know that Glenn on the button flopped the joint. Wow, and Steve makes the discipline fold. There's not too many hands that Glenn could be bluffing with there. Again, I may have seen a turn because there's a lot of draws out there, straight draws, flush draws, and having the king of clubs, queen of clubs, you're unblocking a lot of those draws. Yeah, I agree. Rounder Rick. In just a few minutes, probably 5 or 6 minutes, you're going to see the blinds adjust to the correct amount.
C8 calls, C9 calls. C1 calls. C4 folds. 5 calls. 6 calls. 7 checks.
Texas heads up, 6 players to flop in a tournament. It's pretty common in cash. Let's see here. Steven has the best hand with the top pair. Nestor has some straight draws, some backdoor nut flush draws. Backdoor nut flush draws, although there's some players with hearts in their hands here. Steven getting there on the river with runner for a flush, although it's a 10 high flush draw. Let's see if he tries to bet for value here. Maybe put in some sort of value blocker type bet. Bets 50K to 92K, about 55% pot. Oh, does someone have deuces? I didn't see it. Brandon, my bad. Just trying to factor in a couple things. Nestor with pocket 10s under the gun, making it 25K, 4X. Now you heard me talking about, specifically pocket 10s, pocket jacks. A lot of players will raise bigger with these types of hands because they don't want to see a flop, want to take some dead money because they're afraid to play 10s and jacks post flop because mathematically speaking, there's going to be an overcard to that. My suggestion is it's really not that hard to play 10s or jacks post flop. Now, I mean, I don't like playing it. Well, it actually doesn't bother me because you're either going to have the best hand or you're not, right? And you can tell by based off people's line construction, board texture, player profile, how to proceed post flop with hands like 10s and jacks. And they also contingent upon where you're at position relative to how many players, if it's going multi-way to the flop and this and that or the other. But a lot of players kind of overthink it. Uh-oh, buffering issues again. Hopefully that'll be the last of it. Are you, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, having buffering issues? Blind versus blind.
Eight raises to 30,000.
I'd like to see Nestor re-squeeze here.
9 calls.
Just gonna make the call. I would definitely like to have seen him re-squeeze. Danny flopping middle pair. Definitely gonna see bet here.
He bets 36,000.
Bet slightly under half pot, 45% pot. Let's see if Nestor is gonna peel one with backdoor hearts and 2 overs. Looks like he's carving out chips to do that. Makes the call. I like the call.
2 players.
This pot increasing to become a nice little pot. Danny turning 2 pair.
He bets 75,000.
Bet 75 into 140 approximately. Slightly over half pot, 55%. Yeah, and good fold there. Not many cards on the river that improve his equity now that Danny turned 2 pair. Danny again picking up a lot of chips. Scallowick saying PhD forever. Appreciate that. Did you fire at all in this tournament? And again, picked up a number of viewers. We are doing a little game. What time do you think this stream will end this evening? Giving away free Poker House Dallas merchandise, plus getting permission from Frankie and Next Gen to give away Next Gen merchandise. See Eric there in the background.
8 raises to 40,000.
Being lazy. Just kidding. Danny picking up a premium hand on the button, making it 40K, making it look like she's trying to squeeze. And Daryl, knowing how aggressive Danny is going to make the fall with the call with King 8 suited, not knowing how strong Danny is.
C1 checks. All in for seat 8.
Going to rip her entire stack over betting pot. Effective stack of Daryl's stack for 105K. Danny now again picking up some chips. Yeah, aces up. Danny running super hot. Kind of hit a little lull there. But definitely continuing to run well. Played with Danny a number of times. Very aggressive player.
5 fold. 6 fold. 7 fold. 8 raises to 25.
Again, Danny continuing to raise here. Thinking definitely Daryl's going to snap rip.
1 raise
Yep.
all in.
Go to rip. Going to get Glenda full. Going to come back to Danny. I think she's getting a decent price here. Not a very good price for, well. I am lonely, Eric. And I need to go pee. I need to pee. Did you get my text?
I did.
Okay. Just for the record. Danny makes the call here going ace queen versus ace deuce. Daryl in a commanding position to double up after losing a bunch of chips to Danny. Oh, just kidding.
I'm in.
Daryl doubling up again. Back up to nearly 30 big blinds. Danny losing some chips. And I'll say this. Whether Danny's bluffing or has the nuts, she plays her hands the same way, which is she takes an aggressive, balanced approach, which makes it more difficult.
It's super hard to play against her when
Yeah.
she has 2 queens or jack 4. We don't know.
Right. Totally agree with that.
Let's turn this up just a little bit
Say
so we
Mike's-
can hear.
Yeah.
So, you want some numbers?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
but,
right.
But there's a couple people still left that can potentially double bag.
Yep, I've got that figured into it.
Okay, gotcha.
So-
All right, I think, Bobby Boy, you were asking about, well, I told you what the price pool was. What's
242,520 minus 2 double bags for 6,000.
And that number can change
Yep.
based off the few players that are left in here. Randy just busted those.
Randy just busted.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago, 15
Yep.
minutes ago. But Poe over here has a shot, and I don't know if
There's
there's
a few
anybody
of them on the outside
on the
tables.
outside tables. Okay.
Bart's still in. So we do have a few people left.
Got
So as it sits, we're paying out 54 players,
Okay.
and right now we're taking 6,000 out of the prize pool for the
Double bag.
double baggers.
Got it.
First place, $50,852.
So you heard that first, ladies and gentlemen. 51K approximately for first.
Min cash 54th place, $1,064.
And I double my money.
So-
Let's go. Even though I fired 4 bullets.
Let's do this. Let's pretend we have 3 people left in the field
'Kay.
who double bag. So I'm going to make that 5 people instead of 2.
Got it.
We're taking 15,000 out of the prize pool. That brings us to 49,000 for first and a 1,024
Okay.
for a min cash.
Got it.
So we're still doubling our money at a min cash, even if 5 people get the double bag bonus.
All right. So at minimum, if 3 additional players double bag,
Right.
first place is still going to be 48K. So it's going to be anywhere between 48K and 54.
49.
49K,
Yeah.
49K. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 49. If none of them do it, it'll be 50,852.
Gotcha.
So
Exciting.
healthy little prize pool. You might have seen me in the background. When I got in here, I hit the button, so it's going to be 8 more minutes before that refreshes.
Gotcha.
I can't wait till Monday when we fix this.
Oh, gosh. I'm actually, you and I are kind of like, let's just get this done and fix it on Monday. I'm down with that.
Oh, yeah.
I may sleep in on Monday.
I might not come in until like 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Scallywags, what's this guy? PhD forever.
Oh,
That might have been a while ago.
no, it was a couple minutes ago.
Okay.
Because Danny lost some chips in a couple hands, called light on a couple spots, but then ran super hot, busting out Randy, Ace Queen versus Kings, and then I don't remember the other hand.
Okay.
Poe with the best hand, flopping top pair.
Is it Poe?
Yeah, actually,
Not Foe, not Fa, it's Poe.
I was informed by Stacy, dealer Stacy.
Yeah. She knows. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I know Pat, his brother, more. Are they cousins or brothers?
I do not know the answer to that question.
Oh.
Pick a player to make the final table, and if you like that idea, give me Bart as #1 draft choice. You know what we used to do? When I used to tour around the country, there was 3 of us, and we each put in $5 per person we wanted to pick.
Okay.
And so if you wanted like 3 people, you would put in $15. If you wanted one person, like I want Bart, here's my $5. So you could increase your chances by like, let's say I pick 6 people. Now I put in $30 to win it, not just a final table. But
Gotcha.
that was a really fun game.
Got it. So the game we're doing now, did I tell you what the game was?
Oh, I know.
No, we're having viewers guess what time this flight is going to finish in real time, not on a 10-minute delay.
Okay.
So we're playing down to 13 players. We have about 21, 22 players left. I guess we'll find out what that number is when it pops up here. And then they're obviously getting merch. So figure that's fitting to end this last flight, right?
I like it. Come back at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Yep. Coming back to about 6-7 minutes left on the 488
Yeah.
level.
Level 14, a lot of people are happy about that.
Yeah. I was surprised at
How fast it went.
yeah. Definitely Glenn's gonna be calling here. Although Danny doesn't have a lot of 3X combos in her hand.
Brandon said 145. Did we get him yet?
No, I didn't. Now she does turn the nut flush draw to go along with the guard to a straight.
All in. C4.
Ooh, I like that rip.
I get
Wow. Oh my goodness. 11 outs. They're all clean too, except for the 3 of spades.
And I don't think she can call here. That's a significant portion of her stack, and she's sitting in a really healthy stack. Now she's one of those players that likes to go for it.
Yeah, she really is.
As we're getting close to the bubble with a healthy chip stack, especially coming back to this blind level, she, obviously a lot of stuff can happen between now and when you get down to 13.
Yes, Darlene, it's Central Time here in Dallas.
Okay, so Brandon's saying 145.
That is such a good shove by Glenn to put Danny to the test.
Aces up, what's your actual real name? Gonna turn up the table talk. See if Danny's gonna think this out loud. Steve, all right, thank you, Steve. Steve, got you down for anything. We got a 5-minute buffer one way or the other. 12:57. I like you give such a random time. Actually, Donna gave 11:57. So, oops.
What are the odds that she calls?
This is not a good spot. Even though you have the second, if this is on the flop, she makes the call.
If
Right.
there was four hearts on the flop, yes.
Well, I mean, like on the flop, there's 2 hearts on the flop.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
She has her 2, and then if they came out like ace 5-4 with the ace and 4 of hearts.
Yeah, she can make the call, but yeah, she does. She definitely knows that Glenn. She may not be putting Glenn on a 3, but definitely putting him at an ace at least. She's counting out the chip stacks.
Regardless, he could have a set or a
Right,
pair or
she's just-
2 pair, anything. She's going to hit her heart to beat him.
Right.
No matter what he has.
I don't know if she's just running the math whether or not it's the right,
Something tells me Danny is a field player
Yeah.
and not a math player.
for sure.
And she knows she's beat. She's just trying to figure out, this guy's not bluffing. My king high is not good. I have to catch.
Right.
Man. And now she's thinking, I can have 900K if I win this pot.
Yeah, but if she calls and loses, she's going to be down to 20 big blinds. And this is her last opportunity to make day 2. Now, if this was flight 1A, flight 1B,
yeah, she'd get
snap
in.
call.
Yep. And then fire again tomorrow.
Right. But with this being the last flight,
There is no tomorrow.
yeah, and she has not bagged yet. So it may be more important to keep her chip stack at a good amount.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
she
does
makes a
call.
call.
She does call. She's got 32% chance.
Wow.
She needs an ace, or excuse me, a heart or a 3. She doesn't get it. The 5's a brick, and she just loses a huge, huge chip stack.
Yeah. Still over 20 big blinds, though. Still in an okay spot. Thomas guessing 111.
Yeah, ace is up, says not a mathematical call, but the way she's running.
Right.
And that might have something to do with it. When I'm like hitting everything.
Yeah. Here's in cash snap call.
Yeah,
100%.
reload.
Yeah, because you reload if you're wrong. But this late in a tournament, just 7 players away from the bubble to make
Chip preservation.
chip preservation. Remember we're talking about ICM implications. It's actually worse for you to lose chips than for you to pick up
I
a handful
agree.
of chips.
I agree.
So I see it like there is ICM implications because bagging to day 2 has a real monetary and financial implications. So for her, again on the flop, definitely if there's a 4, she would have 4 hearts. I think she can stick it in there, but
Hey, guess who our next dealer is? Fan favorite.
One folds.
Minnesota Mike or Minnesota Scott?
Good guesses. Good guesses. Sarah. I got Sarah coming back.
6 races all in.
Poe getting it all in with pocket ace king on the button.
His dad still watching. Brian just tapped out, right? The last down. I think he was locked in for 3 downs.
I think so. Yeah, and I think Danny knows going back. She knows that's probably the incorrect call there.
She does have a 30% pre-flop raising.
Right, and that's fine because she was doing well.
Oh, she's
but
crushing. That's
That's
fabulous. That's right. That's right in her wheelhouse.
that's just a tough spot to make because you know that guy has no bluffs.
Right.
If she had like, I don't remember what the board was, but she was open-ended versus a gutter, she'd have
Right.
additional outs.
It was
Yeah, it was a
ace
gutter.
2 4 6
Yeah. Okay.
7 full.
with 2 hearts.
Open-ended, the math becomes. How many-
Raises.
Darlene, we need to lose 7, taking 13.
1 falls.
Aces up. A true GTO stat. Well, first of all, no one.
Read the question for the people
yeah.
on Facebook and YouTube.
So,
which-
Aces Up Steve says, here's a question for you guys. I have this conversation quite a bit and always interested to hear opinions.
9 check.
What percentage of any given tournament field do you think employs a true GTO strategy? Now, to answer your question, are we talking about at a local level? Are we talking more like a circuit stop or WSOP event? Because that actually would change my percentage.
Oh, definitely would. If I'm playing at the Wingate $50 tournament on a Tuesday night full of recreational players, it's close to 0.
Yeah.
If you're playing in the 5 Diamond 10K buy-in,
It's probably going to be 75%
yeah,
field,
it's
right?
a little bit closer to, you know.
And I'm still learning game theory myself. Local level,
Very low.
10%.
Very low. And also depending on the buy-in.
And
You know,
depending on the buy-in.
If you're playing Katie's $100 tournament on Wednesday, very low.
I would probably be the only one that's closest that plays that.
And then you're, you know, then you, if you're playing a, what's the biggest tournament around here? Like a 1K? Does anybody have a 1K? Or is it like the 800?
On a periodical basis, no. The periodical basis is TCH is weekly.
That's like a 400?
380,
360?
360.
Okay, let's round
Then
it up to 400.
and then monthly they have a 500. So
Okay.
500,
So that one, and even that one is
10, 50, 10%.
recreational players.
Yeah,
10% is probably a good guess.
Yeah. And I'm saying I'm not a true GTO. Like I'm still learning it. I would say I would implement GTO more regularly than the average recreational player at a $500 buy-in table. I mean, I think you can tell by some of these players' sizings that they're not using GTO opening sizes, opening 4x, 5x instead of your
a big
2 to
problem with
2.5x.
GTO is if they're not using GTO, you're trying to put them on hands based on GTO ranges, and it's not going to work because they're not playing it. They're playing the, you know, Queen 10 because they like that hand
Yeah.
out of position.
And I used to get upset because I've only been playing for 2 years, been taking it seriously for the past year, and at first when I really started putting the time in the study and working with coaches and
Makes you mad when nobody's playing
Yeah, and
the
I'm
way they're
like-
supposed to.
I'm like, how do you close that hand? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm trying to get mad at people that don't think the way I'm learning,
Right. And
which is good because I don't want them to play that way.
you want them to do that.
Yeah.
You want those calls.
I want them to play like the donkeys,
Yeah.
the ehans. Is it hot? Did it just get
It's
hotter?
warm.
Goodness gracious.
It's very warm in here. I'm going to pop this open
Yeah.
a little bit. I don't think we're going to get too much ambient noise
Yeah.
coming through this door, but I'm suited up and it's
Oh,
warm.
Poe under the gun with kings, picking up some steam here. Now he has a possibility. He bagged the last flight.
Nice.
Has the opportunity to rebag and get that 3K bonus bag. Raising the 60, it's a big bet. So, like we're talking, Steve, with that stack size, opening 6X with pocket kings under the gun is definitely not GTO. Say it again. Blind levels increase, stack depth decreases. Your opening sizes are going to be 2 to 2.5X. Mostly, again, when you start getting to a point where you have 30 to 50 big blinds, your opening size is really going to be 2 to 2.2X.
What do we come back to tomorrow? 8,000?
488. about 6, 7, 8 minutes left or take. But a lot of these players don't know that. And, you know, I don't know if you knew this. I snuck into day 2 last flight. And again, I believe the reason I was able, hold on. Here we go. James pocket aces under the gun. 20,000. Very standard open right there.
9 calls. 1 fold. 4 folds.
Ooh, ace 10.
Now, again, if we're early in a tournament and under the gun,
5 call.
I don't blame Cole. Again, Poe may think he's getting a good price here, but I've said it before. As more and more players call, especially from an undergun open, I'd like to see him bet small here.
We got 90,000. What do you want to bet? 20,000?
Yeah. So here's the thing, you know, talking about GTL, a lot of these flops multi-way. Sometimes you can check this flop because you know you're not going to get.
Induced bluffs. There's no flush out there.
Well, here's the thing from a GTL perspective, looking at it from an analysis side. This is a board that really hits a late position call raise, having a 9 right there, or even a big blind defending range. Oh, thanks, Aces. Appreciate that. Yeah.
And there's Sarah.
No, Nathan, you're 100% right. Exploitative strategy is 100% greed, especially at the lower stake level. You know, I usually don't limp, but if I have a cajillion callers that are going to, like if I have aces and under the gun, I usually not a big fan of the limping strategy, but I'll limp back, raise aces, ace, king, queens, and get callers. You know.
Danny's got a 45% VPIP.
Yeah,
no surprise there.
No surprise there.
Poe with 40%.
Yeah, and going back to aces,
There's Danny all in.
under the gun, are going to rip 16 big blinds. And again, a lot of players think that 16 big blinds with 10s, you're just opening up, you know, ripping 16 big blinds. You don't have to rip there, right? I think there was a hand where I had 14 big blinds.
no.
Oh.
Oh, Poe and Danny.
Poe's
Tens
going to,
and queens.
looks like Danny is going to be potentially on the brink of elimination. Oh. Yeah. And again, that going back to I like that. I like that, Nathan. I don't disagree with you on that. And again, Danny looks like she may or may not be eliminated because the chip.
Right,
yeah.
the chip counts might be a little bit off because of the blinds and
Yeah, that were-
the structure blind levels not being updated correctly.
Yeah. It was about 20. We were 20 minutes. I didn't catch that until actually a viewer in the chat. So,
Right.
Yeah. So that's my bad. I wasn't catching it, but
Frustrating for Danny right there.
yeah. Now, I think that goes back to that call she made with King 6 of hearts. She didn't have to make that call there. If she didn't, then she wouldn't have to rip pocket 10s there.
Right.
She could just open and fold to a rip, you know, or 3-bet or something like that. But
Right.
again, you know, that's just, you know, it
A
is
lot
what
of
it is.
variables.
You're right.
You know, the butterfly effect.
Yeah, I think aces up. There was a hand where I had 13 big blinds and I had pocket queens and I just made it like, I think it was in a small blind. There was a limp on the button. I made it 3.5x, trying to get some of their rejam or call.
Right.
You know, a lot of people think you got to rip right there, and you can, but you know, I could also put myself in danger by getting someone to call with an ace or a king right there. But you know, I was okay with that. I would have gotten it in. I would have gotten it in good. Darlene saying 2:09 a.m. Got you down. Nathan, since you're new to the chat, do you want to play? Would you like to play a game?
Would you like to play a game?
We are trying to guess who is we are guessing what time this flight will end. 20 players remaining, cutting down to 13 players. If you win, oh, wait, did he fold jacks? What just happened?
I didn't see it.
And Poe knows he just folded jacks and not happy with that. Danny picking up.
Danny hits an ace.
Back alive. Yeah, we talked about the stack preservation. Again, I talked about ICM implications. Real money on the line to making day 2. It's it's more detrimental to lose chips than it is to pick up a small stack. If she could still be sitting in this tournament with 300, instead of having the 67K, now she could have 300 to 400K by laying down that hand and potentially sneak in tomorrow. Even if she snuck in tomorrow with 250K, 300K, right? She would still be in a decent position to potentially ladder up an ICM up.
It's just hot in here. It's hot in here.
Yeah.
Craig
So,
peeked in and asked if there was a problem. No, it's just warm. We opened the door.
so Nathan, what time do you think this flight will end? We're giving away Poker House Dallas merchandise and next gen merchandise courtesy of Frankie. Nathan. Yeah, I don't know why you pulled. That's what I was. I don't know, Rice.
I'm not.
I'm gonna have to ask him about that.
Yeah. I mean,
Nathan, 124 a.m. Lock. Okay.
Oh, you know why you did?
Why?
Because we're so close to bagging. It's $3,000.
Dude, you can't fold pocket jacks there.
If you want $3,000, you can.
Well, I guess.
You got a raise and a re-raise, and Danny's right behind you, shoving. And he's like, you know what, jacks? I don't even want to play jacks.
Fair enough. I talked about hands of jacks. King, I
says
hope we're not.
230.
If it's 2:30, King, you coming back in? You commentating in the booth?
Maybe he needs.
Nathan, you can't use 124 because I have somebody guessed 121 and we're giving them a 5-minute buffer one way or the other.
You can go 126, Nathan.
Or you can go 130, but Bryce has 135, so I need you to give another time. Maybe he needed to go poop. Look, you got to do what you got to do, bro.
I mean,
I ain't mad at you. But yeah, I agree. You have to see a flop there. Was he on the button? I think he was on the button. Nathan saying 125. That worked. I'll give it.
he was in small blind
I thought he was on the button.
because Danny was big blind that hand, right?
Yeah, but there's somebody in between Danny and what's it called? Now. James. Yeah, James was in
Yeah.
between. So,
oh,
yeah.
Jay, okay. You're right. He was on the button.
Definitely could flat there. 126. I'll give you 126.
King says on the way.
I'm trying to keep all the viewers in the chat to the end so I know who the winner is.
Oh yeah. Need to be present to win. You need to be in the chat.
Yeah, you have to be you have to be present. Yeah, you're out.
In the chat.
Yeah, he's probably thinking about that double bag. He's pretty close, and he's got how many chips? He's got 284.
And this is a stack preservation we were talking about. If he dumps off, what was the raise to?
I don't remember. I just know that I saw nines open, and he folds jacks on the button.
Like 30?
I didn't see it. I was writing down a time for somebody that guessed. Chase is still doubling down on 1 a.m.
Can you plug in my computer over there?
Yeah,
Or just bring me my cord.
where is it? Is it this
on
one?
the ground. Yep. No.
Nope.
on the ground.
I definitely don't want to disconnect so they
Yeah,
can
we're unplugging stuff.
raise was to 50. Okay.
Raise and take it. It should be right there on the ground. It's like NASA in here, man. If you can feed that, if that cable is long enough to feed across here and plug in. Yep. Oh, that's not it. It's a big one. It's a really big one. Yep. That's a big power cord. All right, that's good. All right, let me get out of the way. Wow, it's way too hot in there. Way too hot in here. We must be in Texas or something. Danny goes all in with king queen in the hijack. Glenn calls with king 10 in the small blind. Queen on the flop. Needs a jack. Oh! Jeez. Glenn hits the jack. Well, Danny, we miss you. We miss Marvin. And thank you for playing with us. We will definitely see you in the future. And Nathan, for the reason that Thomas just mentioned, until there is actual legislation, most of the bigger tours are not, they have enough business outside of Texas at actual casinos that they're not willing to risk anything. They don't need to risk anything. Jack, king, 3. Steven needs a 5 or a 6 to beat the 7 high. Now he can get a 3 or a 6 or a 5 to get some chops. Or he can just bet and take down the pot right there. Poe gives it up. They are discussing what time we're going to come back because it is right now level 16, and we are actually going to rewind 2 levels to the 4,000, 8,000, 8,000 level, level 14, with about 7 minutes left. These players have about a half hour left before they go to break. They just entered level 16 in real time. They're just going to check it down, and if we don't have a jack or a 10 on the river, oh, the flush. I missed Steven's flush draw. So checks around, and Steven on the button might throw out a small bet, 30K, 25K. And thank you for the water. Daryl does call with a pair of 8s. And he just says, oh my goodness, I can't believe they checked it all the way down. And then Daryl calls with a pair of 8s on the river when Steven makes his flush. A bet at any time would have taken that.
Right. In terms of a poker tournament series, it depends on what you mean by major. You know, the Lodge does some pretty big series. Seen Rounders announced a series.
No, what he's talking about is a tour.
Oh, a tour? No.
MSPT, Run Good.
Right.
WSOP circuit.
No. You're definitely not going to see.
HPT.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to see those type of establishments doing it. It's going to be, right. If you see a series, it's going to be local to that room.
Right. It'll be, yeah, correct.
Right.
For the reasons that we discussed while you were out of the booth.
Well, I had to get me a Hershey's milk chocolate bar. Need to regulate my blood sugar. I don't even have. I just felt like I just felt like saying that. It just sounded really good.
Yeah.
I did need water because it was like.
My
harder
son
than-
has diabetes.
Yeah, it's harder than Hades in here.
Dislike that sequence from Daryl. Let's hope so, Chase.
It's gonna be tough in Texas.
WSOP Texas two-step.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Steve aces up until they say yay or nay. Trina Dene liking the stream. Thank you, Trina.
Coming in late.
I remember watching you, Trina, play while I was in Vegas during the WSOP for the 2 months. She played the ladies stream over at TCH.
Okay.
She was fun to watch. We got to definitely get her on the ladies stream. Why aren't we seeing Facebook chat?
Maybe.
Tammy texted me and said that we're not seeing any of the Facebook chat.
Okay, I was wondering that. Let's do this. It's quite possible that we logged out of Facebook, and so we don't see anything. Hit the C button for Chrome.
Well,
All right, so the problem is we got coffee in that keyboard.
oh, shoot.
So
That's right.
it's not going to work. He hit C and it came up XCZW.
Yeah, Tammy said we're not seeing the Facebook chat.
Yeah, we could probably just pull up Facebook on our phone and watch it. That happened yesterday, and it's because Tarrant County's okay. Let me try something else.
Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of other people that guessed on Facebook, and I'm not seeing
Oh
it.
no.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back to this. I literally did not see any of these. Hey, so for those of you in the Facebook chat, you
Go to
guys get responsive.
YouTube.
You want me to hit it?
No.
Okay.
No, I was telling them go to YouTube. Those of you in the Facebook chat, go to YouTube.
Bobby, I didn't see it. For some reason, the Facebook chat isn't. The Facebook chat is not popping up in our multi-stream viewing toggle area, whatever. Totally f that up, but whatever. So you got it 2:45 a.m. Bobby boy. I'll put you down. Sarah, if you win, you're going to Sarah Titus. Excuse me. Sarah, you can win merchandise from Poker House and Next Gens combined. Raylene with 230. I think I have it down, Raylene.
We have 74 comments.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad because I don't, since I'm watching from the YouTube.
Right.
Well, again, with the platform, we should be seeing all comments and through all platforms, and I'm not seeing it. So okay, Sarah, I'm getting you for 140. I'm sorry, guys and girls.
I'm going to look at this. All right, there's not a lot
I
going
got you,
on
Tammy.
here.
I got you, Tammy.
Steven with pocket eights and Poe with ace jack.
I'm not commentating right now because I'm
Blind
looking
versus
at.
blind. So Steven in the 5 seat raised at 25,000 with pocket eights and Poe calls with ace jack. Flop comes out 7 king tray. Blind versus blind. Steven bets 25,000 into a 60,000 pot. And Poe lets it go.
Good fold.
All right, so let's go to 74 comments.
Hi, yeah. Can we see all of them?
I'm trying to. I don't see.
I need to get a lesson in all this instead of just talking.
Right.
I mean, I'll definitely help out with that. And I'm also sitting here eating a Hershey milk chocolate bar. It's good though.
You
Lots
are
of
welcome. Remember me when you need a moderator, Tammy said.
I feel bad now. I mean, it wasn't on purpose. Chat. Only seeing YouTube and Twitch comments.
I wonder if
Esther under the gun. Min raising. Good Standard GTO. We're talking about GTO size open 20K, 2X. If you refresh this chat, will it work?
I don't know. I just logged into Facebook. Hey, if you guys are watching on Facebook, say hi or something. We got a bunch of Facebook likes over here.
Yeah, I was wondering why
They were popping up over there and not anywhere else.
nothing in the stream. That's why I was confused, but whatever.
May need to re-enter that's exactly it. Ace is up. We have to re-enter the Facebook credentials to get the chat to pop up. Hard to do while on Mark. Yep, exactly right.
Ace is up. I ain't
And
gonna be able to help.
If I didn't spill coffee in the keyboard, I could do it.
Oh yeah, that's a conversation for another day. It's okay. It is what it is.
It's all on video.
Oh, it is on video.
Yeah.
'Cause you dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I dropped the shucks bomb
Oh, okay.
because I didn't have my microphone on, so they couldn't hear it correctly.
Yeah. Did you
And
hear?
it sounded like shucks.
I'll tell you a little snafu from last week. It's pretty funny, but let's look to this hand. Oh, pretty big hand here. Very wet board, straight draws, flush draws. Daryl with the best of it with middle pair. Checks around on the flop.
Oh no, Glenn hits bottom set.
Wow, very disguised. Len going on a run now.
Daryl knows nobody has an ace since nobody bet that, but unfortunately for him, Glenn just picked up a monster. Daryl and James are drawing dead. Nestor could
Definitely
hit
gonna be
a
raising
queen.
here. Yeah, good raise. Sizing a little big.
I think it's good. Daryl's like, did you slow play that ace on me?
Definitely gonna have to fold here. In this configuration, this late, getting down to the final few players.
Yeah,
there's
he
not many
can't go all
bluffs.
in.
Yeah, there's not many bluffs in this spot, right?
It would have been great if he showed a 4 and mucked.
Oh, that would have been so gangster.
And then Daryl thinks he just had a pair of 4s and he would be so tilted.
Okay, so Shane said hi in the Facebook chat,
And it did not work.
and Raylene
Okay.
said hello, Raylene. So it is not working.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had my keyboard working, hand me the keyboard. Let me see if I can finagle it. Please.
Oh. Makes me so nervous to move stuff around in here sometimes.
Yeah, we got cables all over the place and half-empty coffee cups all over the place.
We're getting a new table next week, Eric.
For sure. Let's do it. Let's mount stuff.
Oh.
Actually, hi, Danielle.
Hey, birthday girl. And again, when we lose a player or two, we are going to be doing a final 2-table redraw until we get down to our final 13 remaining players of this last flight to bag to 1 p.m. restart day 2 tomorrow. And Daryl ripping the rest of his stack 3 big blinds was in the big blind. 4 gonna call. Definitely gonna see them going check check. Oh wow. Daryl thinks he's nutted here, but he has the same hand as Poe. Oh, what are you doing, Poe?
6-bet, 65,000.
Poe winning the side pot, gonna chop the main. Daryl turning his flush draw. Chop pot. Ooh, Bobby Boy in the chat called you out.
Me?
Yeah, he said everything was going just fine until Eric came back. Shaking my head. LOL. Bobby, you may not have a job anymore. Hiya. Got him.
So is he referring to my stint in Vegas? Everything was going great until I came back from Vegas? Or does he mean today everything was going great until I came back in after doing the audit?
I don't know. We'll find out.
I was counting money, guys.
Yeah.
I was making prize pools. I was figuring stuff out.
Okay, so you remember when I called you last Thursday during Ducks game and the audio was messed up, and that was when the next morning we had to.
Yep, delete everything.
Yeah, I thought I put it on mute, the mics,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
So what? Did we say anything bad?
I said a lot of F words,
Oh,
but it was so funny because you know how you know how I do my intros, like hold on, we got an all in here from James with Queen 9 offsuit in the cutoff.
Glenn's
Gonna get
calling.
definitely gonna get this. Well, yeah.
Glenn's never calling with a Queen 4 for 86,000.
Yeah, if he had a hand like Queen 7 suited or something like that, Jack 9. Yeah, that's just not a hand that flops post well. That flops well post flop.
Good bet, James.
Okay. Anyway, so I didn't realize this. It was funny.
Did you go back and watch it?
I did. I'm too embarrassed to go back and watch it. Even though I don't think it's that bad apparently, but it happened. Like Daryl from Ducks game told
Yeah.
me, he's like, you were cussing on the stream. I'm like, dude, I don't ever cuss on the stream. He's like, dude, go back. You said the F word. I'm like, I definitely didn't say the
Yeah,
F word.
no way I said
No
the
way
F
I said
word.
the F word. He's like, no, when you're trying to fix stuff, I think you forgot to put it on mute. And I was like, so, because, it's so funny because I do my intro. I'm like, from Poker House, Dallas. Well, from Dallas, Texas. Welcome to Poker House. Audio issues. And I'm like, and then we couldn't figure out. You're just like, well, we got to go with it. And I'm like, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. You can just I thought it was pretty
funny.
It's definitely
Too funny.
This is probably the only profession I can get away.
And luckily, we're not on a cable type network where we have to worry about FCC.
Yeah, that's true. Man, I didn't say anything bad. I just said a lot of bad words.
Nestor hits the queen. Well, that's what I was saying. I really have no privacy settings. If I say something,
That's they're gonna bet here for value.
hey, if you
Look at
guys are
that
on Facebook watching, jump over on YouTube and chat with us. Subscribe, monetize.
Kendall saying that Bob is always talking that ish. Then Bobby Boy said he was talking about the day when Facebook wouldn't work, and he says that please still allow him to do training for the live stream table to deal. So I know you because he wants to deal the live stream table. He wants to take the training for it. But when you were doing it, you were doing the training during the day, and he couldn't come
Oh.
during the day.
Well, we can't do it at night because we're streaming every night.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple nights we don't. Stream.
Monday is the only night we don't stream.
Monday, and sometimes we stream on Friday. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's like when I was setting up the schedule to train dealers, Monday night was the only night I didn't stream.
Right.
Like Tuesday we had Razor Piggy. Wednesday we were doing Katie's game. Thursday we were doing the Duck game. Friday we were doing Eddie's 5-5-10.
Yeah.
Saturday we're doing 2 streams a day. Sunday we're doing we're just streaming every
Yeah.
night.
19. We're getting, as soon as we lose one more player, we'll be doing a final
full table redraw.
Yeah, final 2 table redraw.
And that's what Danielle's question was. She said when we redraw to 2 tables, do we just want to turn the stream off? And I was like, no, we've got like 50 viewers,
Yeah.
who are watching. She's like, oh, okay.
And I feel like every time we come on go on the live stream, the quality gets better.
It does.
You know.
We learn stuff, and that's just practice and practice.
Right.
We learn to. If I didn't dump coffee in the keyboard,
Is it still?
it's
yeah.
a mess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think you have to get a new keyboard?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. I've got them. It's $10 at Walmart. It's not a. When I used to run a computer store back in Bemidji,
Right.
a guy brought his keyboard in for me to fix because he spilled Mountain Dew in it.
Mountain Dew, that's way worse than coffee.
It was bad, and in front of him, I threw it away and grabbed a new one off of the shelf, the stock shelf. Charged him $20, and he was like, "Whoa, can't you fix that one?" I said, yeah, it's $65 an hour for me to fix this one,
Guy,
or you can buy a new one for $20. It'll probably take me 2 hours to take this apart and clean it and put it back together. So you decide, do you want to pay $130 or do you want to pay $20?
right.
The 250K free roll, everybody was horrible.
You talking about the players or the people working the stream?
The stream, Robert said, I did the 250K free roll. Yeah, it was bad in February.
It was bad, bro. Like I'm gonna be 100% honest. It was garbage. Like,
Thank you, Ace is up. Yeah, private training doesn't work. It's kind of like taking a car out in a parking lot all alone with a driving instructor versus driving up I-35
Right.
at 9 a.m.
yeah, because if you
know,
can
it's
drive on
different.
I-35,
Yeah,
you can
and you
drive
go, well,
anywhere.
hey, I drive in. Dad lets me to drive slow in the parking lot or driveway,
Yeah.
and it's different.
Again, I've said this before. We're going to put together a quote-unquote production team that's going to consist of a dealer pool, commentator pool, action tracker pool, and just kind of learning it. I think there's going to need to be a few other people that need to learn this side of stuff, rather than, again, I joked with Eric. Eric obviously knows everything about Streamlabs and GFX, and I'm the second person that probably knows the most, and I've only been using it for like 6 weeks. And again, that's not saying much, but... Oh, Chase, we have... Okay, this is what's frustrating. I talked about it. This is still kind of putting me on tilt.
Yep.
We have all the cameras. We have 4 additional cameras, 3 additional for the players, and then overhead flop cam. The new wiring is installed. The drapes are here to drown out some of the
I came
background
back
noise.
from my vacation 2 days early.
Yeah. And then we have the 8-port switch, this 8-port 8. I didn't even know what an ATEM switch was until like 4 weeks ago. But we have this ATEM switch.
Black Magic.
Yeah, Black Magic, that's very high-end and expensive, that we tried to get installed Tuesday night and Wednesday night here past midnight. But we pulled the plug on it because we couldn't figure it out. And Eric...
Look at that guy.
Yeah, I see that guy. Big Mike.
Big Mike from Iowa. Coming down and teaching them how to...
So next week, I
Get it done.
promise, unless we have to like order new parts or something like that, I promise we're going to have the overhead cam. So look for that next week. We were hoping to have that implemented for this tournament. Just didn't happen. We made a decision. Eric made the decision Wednesday night, like midnight. Let's go back to the 4-port switch so we can make sure we could stream. So here we are. We're down to our final 18 players, doing the final table redraw. Going to be a few minutes before we get going. Just going to talk in the background. Thank you, Aces Up, Steve, for that comment.
How many stream decks do you guys use? Do you mean...
Dang. Robert trying to get fired, bro.
I think he's trying to be funny.
Yeah, nah, he's kidding. I'm just kidding. Should I block him?
We could ban
Ban
him
him for
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
I should do it just to be a and then throw it up on the screen and show everybody that he's been blocked.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. You know what I should do? I should do it when there's like 13 players left, or 14 players left, so he's blocked
So
for the
he
last.
doesn't know.
So he's blocked for the last.
And when he pops up, block him again.
Right.
I've only blocked 2 people, and it was the same person with 2 accounts. He was trolling,
I remember that.
and he was being just stupid, and so I blocked him for 5 minutes. He went and made a fake account, came back, started talking trash again, so I blocked that one.
Can you permanently block somebody? I guess you probably can.
I think you probably can, but in the moment, all I saw was temporary ban for 5 minutes. All right.
Did you answer the stream decks?
So I'm not sure what he's asking. How many stream decks do you use? We have 8 Canon HDMI cameras, and they all run to what's called a Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro switch. And hey, you know what? They're on break right now. let's
Excuse
turn the camera on.
Oh, hey.
So,
Look at that hot dad bod right there.
boom, let's go. How many kids do you have?
A lot. 6.
6 kids.
Yeah.
You're like 26. How do you have 6
Bro,
kids?
39. And then for the record, it's with the same woman, and I'm not Catholic or Mormon.
Just
I get those questions like back
are
to
you
back.
Catholic or just a careless Protestant?
Hiya.
So I have 3 kids. Mine are 27, 23, and oops 15
Gotcha.
with the same woman. I can show you 4 prom pictures I had with her. If you want to see something super funny with my mullet back in '91,
Bro, that mullet was so dope.
dude, I was it. Snakeskins. Stream Deck's basically a button grid used for streaming to switch overlays and cameras. Very helpful. So yeah, we're grab the. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I want to.
You want to?
Yeah, I wanted to take that camera and point it at that, but
The setup in here is
yeah,
not
we got
conducive to
cables
movie
all
stuff,
over the
yeah.
place, so I really don't want to move stuff around.
It's usually not this messy in here.
No,
but
no, we've been here all week, just all day, all night.
Damn, Thomas, I got called out. Hiya.
And so we do have
It's pretty funny though.
Google Blackmagic ATEM switch. That's basically the Stream Deck that I think that's what you're talking about. And what we ordered. Oh, hey, hold that up.
What? Hold what up?
The new 8-port.
Oh yeah, that we can do. Yeah,
That's super easy. It's not plugged in.
it's not plugged in. That
So
works.
we spent 2 days trying to work on this,
That's
and
heavy.
this is you seem kind of geeky. So and I say that in a good way. This is a SDI 8-port ATEM switch. The one we were using is an HDMI 4-port switch. So we ran SDI cables to all of our cameras to this port, and then we couldn't get it to work with our software. So
It would like flicker on and off.
yeah, it was. We're this close, but the person who chased the limit says, "Hell yeah!" So the person who
I'm
developed
assuming
this
he's talking about
software-
the ATEM switch.
he might have been talking about us. I think he's talking about us personally. So the person who developed the software, the GFX software, 15 years ago, lives in Australia. So when he is able to do tech support with me, it's 3 a.m. in Dallas. And I've done that many, many times. Like stay up till 3 a.m. to work on everything.
I was prepared to stay up till 3 or 4 a.m.
If it was Tuesday,
days?
I
Yeah,
would have done
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Not Wednesday. Not when I have to be back here. Stop. There's coffee in the controls.
No, I was.
delicious.
Let's just say it was me. I was licking the controls. I actually, did you know? Remember when I kind of went AWOL for like 45 minutes when you were trying to fix it Wednesday night? I went to go take a nap on the couch,
Yeah.
assuming that we were going to stay up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning so I could power
Just
nap.
a little power nap a
Yeah.
little bit.
'Cause I was ready to just crush it.
And we that might be Monday. We might have to do that Monday.
I'm totally down with that.
Yeah. And I do that all the time. I do a lot of. I'm kind of like his guinea pig.
I
Because
gotcha.
I have the IT background that
Gotcha.
I can actually help him develop his stuff. So he has a direct team viewer, and I leave my stuff running in my house with cameras going. I have to be careful that I'm not walking around naked. Is that my guy Yanni at the feature table? I doubt it.
No, yeah,
Oh.
in the 2-seat.
Yanni's in the 2-seat? Wow. Best poker player in Dallas. Just ask him. That was an inside joke because we played a short deck tournament, and it was so tilting at how bad he was and would get lucky. He would make horrible calls.
You're calling me like
6-7.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
They're like, dude, that's
What do you mean? What's up with money? I think we're just gonna install stuff.
Monday. Oh, Monday we have off. We didn't want to do it this weekend because we wanted to stream. We didn't want to spend this whole weekend testing.
Right.
We wanted to be able to stream. So we put it all back to normal. And Monday, when we're all done tomorrow, and we can tear this all apart, start over. Get a nice desk in here so we have a little bit of space, and get the 8-port ATEM switch SDI cables. I have so much stuff to send back that we ordered that we don't need, don't use. Give me just a second. So they are taking this time, when they're down to 20 minutes. Excuse me, when they're down to 18 players, and did a full 2-table redraw. They are taking this as their 20-minute break instead of pausing again in 20 minutes. So when we come back, we'll play the full 20 minutes, skip the break, and then continue on with the tournament. If we still have, if we don't lose 5 people in the next 20 minutes, which I don't think we will, I'll take the under on losing 5 people.
Right.
Now Craig's out there doing a full chip count. And this is going to be quite some time because they are still out there taking pictures. I'm going to do something real quick. Probably.
Fair enough.
Let me just double check this. I'm going to turn the picture-in-picture on. It's not going to show up for 10 minutes. But as long as we have at least 10 minutes with you, because they're on break, anybody want to ask anything, say anything, do anything?
Yeah, what do you think about the tournament? What do you think about
this? There are, right now, I've got my computer in front of me, 42 players have advanced.
Okay.
Chip leader, Andrew Wong.
1.175, right?
1.173.
Okay.
Which is 147 big blinds.
That's a lot.
Now, where is Eddie Batinga, the Asian sensation, in this group of 42? What do you think?
What does that say? What was the question?
Where are you? First to 42.
Oh, sorry.
What number?
42, 37, 38.
30. Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on a second.
I super snuck in.
Yeah, you did.
Had a really swingy, couldn't get any significant pots going, but I snuck in.
Did you have any desire to fire again for that 3K, or you just wanted to come in here and whatever?
I was gonna do four bullet max. Now,
okay.
With that being said, I was like,
and then you won one this morning.
Yeah, so that was my 4th bullet.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, and I thought I was like, do I want to refire at this flight and play till 1:30 or just talk? And I said, no matter what was gonna happen, I was just gonna.
Yanni, they're calling you out in the chat. Wong is a chip leader. Oh, Wong is a huge chip leader. So
like 300K.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Second place is 965, and that's Jesse Jones, who from this morning's flight. Bart Bogart from 1A bagged almost 800. Then down to the bottom we have Next Gen Frankie.
Oh, he's the last one in.
He's in 41st place out of 41 people with 114K. Now you hear the guys in the background telling you, "Hey, we're going to go take the break right now instead of playing for 20 minutes and then taking a break. We're going to take a break right now." So they did that, and it's going to be 10 minutes longer. They're going to take a 10-minute break right now. And while they're doing that, while they're on break, they're going to bring in. This is going to be sexy. You guys want to see behind the scenes stuff? So check this out. I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see this. They're going to bring out the trophy and the money. 242,000. Let's pull down that table mic because I don't know what these guys are going to say without thinking about it.
Oh, I gotcha. Put on mute, basically.
Yeah, I'm muting these guys because I don't know what they're going to say. So here's birthday girl Danielle.
Oh, it's cool.
She's got all the money. I helped her. That's why I was gone. I helped her count everything. You need to go? We need to fix this for sure. Yeah, we're going to get a smaller desk. So, Danielle's got the money, the trophy. They're going to use this 10-minute break to do a photo op. You can see Matthew and Craig and Danielle back there. Guys, this is what $250,000 looks like banded up. Sexy AF, XM says. I don't know if he's talking about the money, the trophy, the dealer, Danielle, Craig. Sarah's wheeling out of the, look at all these guys just excited to be here. Stacks of 10K. Each one of those stacks is $10,000. Craig is drooling. The dealer is come down and say hi. Where are you from, XM? Broken Heart says all of the above. Yes. Bob. Northeast. All right. Well, come down to Texas. Play with us. Yeah, that's she's a great dealer. It's warmer in Texas right now. $250,000, crushing the crushing the $150,000 guarantee by almost 6 digits. Somebody's pushing against that our truss and wiggling the cameras. He's going portrait now. Careful. All right, we're all done. Happy birthday, Danielle. All right, we got to. Oh. I just like pulling back the curtain and showing you guys what goes on behind the scenes at a large poker tournament. Should get a Poker House logo on table in there. I agree. I agree. They covered it up with cash. They should have got that in there. Whoever's wiggling on my truss needs to stop. Happy birthday. And 10 minutes ago, we were sitting here talking to you. I didn't even know this was happening in the background. Oh, there he is right there. Club GG is the one who's leaning on the trusses, whoever that guy is. They took a bunch of pictures. I was just explaining how I like pulling back the curtain, showing people what goes on in a big tournament behind the scenes. They use that break as a time to do a photo opportunity with $250,000 cash and the trophy and the birthday girl. It is her birthday now. It's 12:55.
Wish Danielle a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Maybe sing her a song.
What should we sing her?
Happy birthday.
What song did I sing you on your birthday then? What movie was that from?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, if you're Santa, what song did I sing you on your birthday?
Oh, Elf.
Happy birthday. Oh, which water is mine? Do you know?
I don't know. Oh, this. I don't know.
I don't
This
know.
one's mine for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I think these are yours. Because you were over here.
All right.
So from deduction, I'm just going to guess.
Well, you brought us once when I was over here. Remember when you brought new water?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Whatever.
Bob says happy birthday.
Oh, let me check we keep track of the Facebook chat.
Whoever's in Facebook, subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah, let's see how many subscribers we're at right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's guaranteed $50, 5% of 1,000.
Yeah. 620 subscribers. If you are new to the chat and you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, I have bagged and made day 2 tomorrow, although I will be coming back with 20 big blinds. Hopefully, can spin it up. Any new subscribers from the beginning of Flight A to the conclusion of Flight 1F, whenever that is tonight, I'm giving away 5% of my action.
Which is guaranteed $50.
Guaranteed $50.
What's the top 3 most played songs
Like ever? I don't know.
or on birthdays?
So here we are, just a few moments away. 18 players need to lose 5 to our final 13. We'll be awarding
I thought you were thinking about how that sentence is going to end.
Oh.
We'll be awarding. Wait, I'm going to swipe right.
Oh, did I totally not complete my thought?
No, you didn't.
Oh, my goodness.
At all.
I got a text, so I was just checking that real
Here's
quick.
Andrea bringing in drink orders for the table. Bohemian Rhapsody, Don't Stop Believing.
Are we talking about karaoke songs? Sweet Caroline.
I was going to say white people love Sweet Caroline.
White people love Sweet Caroline. Hey, Thomas, you want to know what my go-to karaoke song is? They turn the AC on. It's a little better.
Yeah, it feels nice in here now. We can shut this, and that way
I'll tell you what,
we won't
if
have
you
spoilers.
if you can guess what my favorite karaoke song, and it can't be Tammy because she may know what it is, but if you know what my favorite go-to karaoke song is,
So
I'll give you
hints.
another.
Is it country?
It is country.
Boom.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
it.
Is it old? Boom. Was Sweet Caroline the third one? All right, we can turn our picture off now.
No, he's saying bum bum bum.
Oh,
That's the part he's talking about.
Bum. I thought he went.
Good times.
Bum,
Good.
Bop. Fireworks.
Definitely not Katy Perry firework, but that would be dope if I would sing Katy Perry. Right?
Is it Johnny Cash?
No.
Oh, you look like a Ring of Fire type of guy.
Ooh, that's a good song.
You know my favorite Ring of Fire song?
I'm gonna give you guys 6 minutes now to guess. You'll get free merch.
Oh,
Okay, that makes sense.
that is good. Garrett Dodd with Ace Jack makes it 35,000. Folds around to Yanni in the big blind. Still, friends in low places. Garth Brooks.
Donna, good night. You are the winner. She wins.
Well, that's pretty easy though.
Yeah, but it's so funny because I'm like 5'3". That's not a bad one, Will. It's so funny because I'm like 5'4" Filipino, and I like go to karaoke bars and it's like all white people, and then I go friends in low places and like all the white people are like, let's go.
Shameless is great.
Neon Moon,
Neon
Brooks and
Moon,
Dunn.
I love it. I mean, you're cracking out my high school playlist.
Bro, Donna wins. Let's go. You get a shirt. You get a shirt. Everybody gets a shirt. All right, I'm gonna get you down. I'm gonna write you down.
We need to do karaoke now.
I'm so.
Can we go to that Korean place at 2 a.m. and do karaoke?
Yeah, on a Monday night. Oh my gosh, that place was
Just
bumping.
lit.
Super lit. These dudes were taking shots. It was like 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'll take shots.
Like, how you guys?
Sake?
I don't know what they were drinking.
I mean, Asians and sake sounds good.
Man, I don't have the Asian glow when I drink though. Unlike some Asians.
Type boo. How do you pronounce that?
Hmm?
T-I-E-P.
It's probably tip boy.
Okay.
I knew a boy. Buoy.
I knew a Goyle. Poe Pradith. I really like that Craig put the actual full names instead of just first names.
I like that as well.
I like that in a tournament situation. It's
Yeah.
like professional. Oh, there's our Club GG girl who was pushing against my truss and wiggling the cameras the whole time. She's fun.
Yeah, I love Tika. She came to my surprise birthday party.
I was there.
Yeah.
She became my Facebook friend that night.
Oh, did she really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I've said this multiple times. I don't remember like the back half of my surprise birthday party.
So is Soju. I don't know what that means. I would be way too distracted to play on this with this smoke show dealer at the table. She is a lovely girl.
She's definitely newer to dealing.
I think she's been here for about 6 weeks.
No, 6 months. She's been here about 6 months now.
No, she got here when I got here.
She did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sarah, she was auditioning when I got there.
No, Asian flush Lego.
What does that mean?
When Asians drink, they get the Asian flush on their face.
Oh, I thought it was a poker.
Yeah. Like a poker term?
Yeah, like a North Dakota straight 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Right, yeah, I got you.
It's just Minnesota guys making fun of North Dakota. Soju water, like sake, less bite. I like whiskey.
Oh, apparently I had people commentating on Facebook about what my song is. So now I have to...
Tell them, hey, we don't get paid by Facebook. Go to YouTube.
Yeah. Look. See what Stacey said?
Yeah. Stacy in the chat. Did she say that before I said it, or did
I don't
she
know.
say that because I said it?
Stacey, did you make that comment about self-proclaimed DFW before or after Eric? No, you can get invite. You can get invite to what's it called? Oh, we got some action developing.
Shomari Williams.
Garrett Dodd opening under the
Pocket
gun.
tens.
Ace Jack suited. Oh, James is going to try to get the rest of the chips in. He is kind of alive.
I don't know.
See what Shamari does. If you're just going to just call.
He's just min clicking.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3x raise to Garrett. I think he's just going to call here.
He has to just call there because
Yeah.
it wasn't a legal raise.
Yeah, and then... No, so I'm saying Garrett made it 26 and then...
No, he called 26.
Oh, I told
Garrett
him
made it
exactly.
40.
Yeah. Oh, wow, look at this.
Shomari called. Wow.
And James Lee flopping trips on the flop.
He's got such a good read on the deck. You can't teach that.
Yeah.
That's just instant.
And he knows he's... he could be potentially worried about hearts. A lot of players aren't going to have, straight draws on this board pre-flop.
We need Shamari to hit a 10.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. I mean, a lot of rooms. Well, there's some rooms that do both.
Yeah. The reason why we post on all three is to get the broadest viewing audience.
Right.
And Facebook and Twitch, you have to actively go to it. Facebook will just pop up
Correct.
while you're scrolling through Facebook. Like you can see, we did 7 hours a day scrolling through Facebook, and it'll just pop up and you go, "Oh, hey, I didn't even know they were playing." So that's why we go to all 3 of them. And normally it works just fine, but we logged out and then I poured coffee on the keyboard so I can't log back in. There's a tray. There's a queen. And James is... Wait, what happened?
Huh? What?
Okay, you know what it is? They burned.
Okay.
Oh, Facebook is how I got to YouTube. Yeah, so he was playing games or
Yeah.
something. I don't.
Yeah, I
Oh, let's
thought-
turn the chat back up so we can hear what they're saying
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I'm like, why is it quiet? Turn it up a little bit. Let's
little
hear
more?
him.
And I need to understand, like, the whole... I mean, not the volume, but, like, in terms of how it is.
Yeah, how the data goes.
Right.
He thought that I think he said he thought they had a flush.
Oh,
He was like,
was there
oh.
flush out there? I didn't see it until...
I mean, I wasn't paying attention because I knew there was no flush draw.
8 bulbs.
Ooh, Daryl, that was a spot he could have gotten in there. He only has 4 big blinds. Queen 10 has a little post flop play. He's not going to find too many spots with the blinds coming around soon to him.
6 bulbs.
Like, over like a 2 or 3 day period, I'm going to just sit down and just like go through YouTube, go through Facebook, how like link all this stuff, blah, 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 blah.
Right?
I definitely know how to turn it on and get it set up and adjust the mics and
We're
adjust.
getting there.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between driving the car and being a mechanic.
Right, 100%.
Harvey Castro, 1.1 million, way up at the top.
Yeah.
He was was that
almost
the guy
got-
who was running so good 4 hours ago
I
on the
don't.
stream. He was the one. Or did that guy bust and was that in one this morning?
No, Harvey had almost bagged a couple days ago, but then like busted out with like 1 or 2 players left. So he's in a good spot.
So
Oh wow, and James Lee just gonna make the call.
I like it. He's playing the super trappy. I love how he shoves with 6-5 and then calls with queens.
Hoping to get somebody else to commit their chips and maybe
Yeah.
potentially make a move.
Oh yeah, Daryl makes it 65. I like that. Now he's totally disguised with his strength.
Oh, he's gonna come back over the top. Oh no, he just calls. Okay, I thought.
12, 8 bulbs.
So his hand strength is very, very disguised.
We got 3 players. 1 on lid, 2 on the side. Action starts at C7.
Okay, Daryl and Jarrett both hit a jack. James still in the best of it with queens. He might be happy to just check it down with a player all in.
It looks like he's gonna try to bet and bluff here into
What,
a dry side pot.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless.
7 bets. 65,000.
Yeah, that's why I would like to see James.
225 in the pot.
I would have rather seen James or reshove there and get
To isolate,
to
yeah.
isolate.
See, this is frustrating because there's no pot to fight over. Why are you doing this? Unless you do have the king. That's what James is thinking right now.
But even if you have a king here in this spot,
Check it down.
just check it down to ensure that somebody gets bust. But
Oh, yes! Get him. And now Garrett's like, what'd I do?
he's gonna have to fold now.
Yeah. He's not going to call 103,000.
And I think that's what James is thinking. If he has a king, he's gonna just check it down
Yeah.
to potentially bust him. By
He-
taking this line, it's a very dangerous line to take.
Yep.
Very dangerous line to
Now,
take.
he also might have had clubs or diamonds and I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of what James thinks that Garrett's doing in this situation.
You know, he's got a call.
He's like, never mind. Well, he's like, what are you doing then? Why are you betting?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Betting and then folding.
Daryl eliminated. Now down to our final 15 players. Need to lose 2 more. Has some shorter stacks here at this table.
Lego says I'm also over here. I don't know what that means.
I think he's talking about YouTube.
Oh, yep. Okay. It was. James looked annoyed when Garrett folded. Like, what are you doing then? Poe with a suited king does not want to play.
Yeah, good. Again, he's trying to play for that.
Chip preservation.
Well, not even chip preservation. How much does he have chip-wise right here? I didn't see.
I don't know.
How much did he bag with last flight? Not a lot.
Poe?
Yeah.
137.
Yeah, so he's playing for the double bag.
Yeah.
Irrespective of what his chip stack size is right now.
But if he can get by 4 more people,
Yeah.
it's 3,000 real dollars. Lego's just being silly, he says. I think there's a mosquito flying around.
Yeah, here.
There are 0 mosquitoes in Minnesota right now.
Does Harvey really have 1 million? Because I don't see any blue chips, unless he's got the blue chips on the pink chips. That looks...
Harvey in the 8 seat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely not a million. That's 100, 220. That's 200 and something.
Yeah, so the chip stack is incorrect. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa. I just tried to blow a fly away, and I blew right into the microphone. I stepped out of the booth, and Craig did fix it.
Okay.
He's at 300,000. Garrett's count is wrong too. Yeah, unfortunately, there's mistakes were made somewhere.
Thank you, Donna. And Lego, no. I do know seat 8. His name is Harvey, but I know his chip stack is incorrect.
As we see it, he's got about 250. I just went out there, and this is 10 minutes ago. I went out there and
Yeah, he could have 6, 7, and 8 flips.
yeah, that's possible because he was taking
shipping-
pictures of the wrong places also.
Yeah.
So he probably went and fixed it. Like he looked at the wrong chip count, whatever. And then he realizes, oh, wait, you don't have a million. And we'll see what it says here because he might fix it right now when he realizes, oh, wait, you were all in for you don't have a million. Let me fix that. And we've said it many times this weekend, action tracking is the most tedious and
100%.
difficult job in the whole stream. And when you're there for 6 hours, 8 hours, mistakes are made. So he still has Harvey with 1.1 million when he has about 300 right between Shomari and Poe.
And when we lose 1 more player, we'll be down to 14 and be going hand for hand, doing a 2-minute runoff. And yes, I am factoring in the clock as I see this.
And we have this is the 6th flight, and we have had exactly 0 hand for hands.
Oh yeah, so this is gonna be the first time hand for hand.
I mean,
The 60 and 72 was final table kind of thing.
Exactly.
So there's no hand for hand.
I know. But the last night with 119 players, they busted at the same time, so there was no hand for hand. And today,
Same
this
thing.
morning,
Yeah, when I
they went, okay, pause, we're hand for hand. They played one hand and it was done.
yeah.
And they said, okay, we're done. So we'll see if they actually go hand for hand today. I'm going to see how long it takes. All right, here's a chat question. Between now and 10 minutes from now, sometime, Craig fixes Harvey's stack. When will it be? Right now we're on hand 10.
Chase.
225, Chase.
You already locked in 1 a.m. though, bro.
Well, he lost that one.
Well, yeah, but he can't go in and change his answer.
Here's what you have to do, Chase. Create a new YouTube account
Okay.
and
Subscribe.
pick 225.
I'm gonna have to disallow that. I have to override, but there is a two.
Hand 20. So I don't think so because they're not going to get out a hand per minute. So we're not going to get 10 hands in the next 10 minutes. We're not going to get 7 hands in the next 10 minutes. I think it's going to be like hand 13 maybe.
I'm guessing
12.
the two closest ones, Sarah Titus guessing 140,
13's a good guess, Donna.
145 for Cup, and actually 145 for Brandon. I let them pick the same time. It's too late to go back on that now, so I'm just gonna give more free stuff away.
Chase says JK.
Nah, you weren't kidding. You tried that, bro. He was trying to get it through. Nice bluff.
I wonder.
Call.
Yeah, I call. All right. So we have to actively keep an eye.
2 raises, 95,000.
Yanni makes it 95,000. I like his bet sizing.
I actually like that. That's one of these
He's-
GCO European moves where you leave yourself like 1 or 2 big blinds.
He looks European. He's like from Houston or something.
I don't know.
Maybe not Houston. He's from.
You know, you take it
Austin.
seriously. He's doing the like
Yep.
hand over the left shoulder thing. I know. I always make fun of those people. I'm only saying that because it's Yanni, for the record.
I make fun of those people, and I do it all the time.
Does he really say that he's the best Dallas? Well,
I have not heard him say that, but I have heard multiple people repeat the story that he said he is the best poker player in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Hiya.
But I don't know the context, if they were joking or if alcohol was consumed or if he was just telling some friends, dude, I'm the best poker player there is. You know, I don't know the context. Tom says, I love the.
Plug it in, bro.
46,000.
Billy makes it 46,000, which is 3x. It's a little bit big.
Yeah, at this stage in the game, 3x is big.
Dealer Bob says he thinks he is shaking my head.
Hiya.
I know he did crush you in the short deck tournament, so
Me?
he's undefeated.
Yeah, short deck. You didn't even know the rules. That dude pulled me on tilt.
The context was he was drunk.
I don't know. I think he actually thinks that, but whatever.
I don't know Yanni well enough
Yeah,
to
me
make
neither.
any comments.
I will say being humble goes a long way in life,
Yeah, he.
to a certain extent.
They say I'm cocky, and I say what? It ain't breaking. when
They
you
say
brag
he's
it
from Mexico. What do I feel like he's from Mexico?
up.
That's what Stacy said.
I don't know if that's accurate because I asked, and he said like Austin or something because he had like an accent,
Oh, yeah.
but or maybe he didn't understand the question. Like maybe he
I need to go back
moved
and
to
check Facebook.
Austin
Well,
3
but,
months
hey,
ago.
I'm gonna get that fly right there.
Oh yeah,
that got
Mr.
him?
Miyagi.
Let's go. Got him. He gone.
Try with chopsticks next.
I don't have any chopsticks. Just because I'm Asian, I have to have chopsticks.
I thought you did.
Racist comment.
Bob didn't play the
No,
short
he's
deck.
talking about me because he wrecked me because
I know, but Bob's saying he didn't play short deck, so
I got you.
he would have won because he's actually the best poker player in Fort Worth. Bam.
yeah, Scott in Facebook chip counts aren't right. Where are we
Speaking
at,
of,
man?
right now it's hand 13 and Harvey's chip stack is corrected.
Yeah.
So whoever said fixed at hand 12. Oh, good job, Donna. So Donna Goodnight, who guessed 13, was the closest.
Let's see if Garrett makes some move here with his chip stack King Jack offsuit in the small blind. He fixed it hand 12. Like 12?
Yep, we're at 13 right now.
Did somebody pick 12?
No, Donna said 13. He came here, Mexico, to play professionally. Okay. So how'd that work out for him? Garrett's got top pair.
Probably going to check over and get Shamari to see bet his entire range.
I definitely do after Shamari raises 3x.
4 bets, 50,000.
Oh, he didn't raise 95. He
No,
raised.
he was talking about the other hand when that's actually a pretty like
No, when Yanni raised, he raised it to
95. He made it in the 95K. There was no okay. So this is what he's saying. With a short stack, he made it 95K 7x. But then
when I said I liked Yanni's raise, it was
no, he made
like
it 95.
2.2.
No, he made it 95K. The other guy made it 3x. Guy in seat 1.
Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, I was telling the Asian sensation that Yanni destroyed him in the short deck tournament.
Now with Yanni's short stack size, that's actually not a bad move. Sometimes you don't want to jam right there. Leave yourself with a chip behind. You're probably still going to call off, right? You see a lot of Europeans implement that from a GTO perspective. But what I know what hand you're talking about, Lego. So he made 95K 7x, and then the guy in seat 1 opened King Queen of clubs.
To 45.
Yeah,
And I said that was too much.
Yeah, but for a stack, so like for a stack size,
Oh.
those, yeah, I know what you're saying.
When I said I liked Yanni's raise, I thought it was like 2.2.
No, he made it 95x. He
Oh,
made it
I
95X.
miss.
I actually like, but again, I think the reason you looking into that, you have to look at the stack depth sizes, right?
Okay.
6 folds, 7 folds.
A lot of times these Europeans will do one of those types of things. Let's see. I think it's gonna go all in, blind versus blind scenario. May want to just min raise and potentially get him to fold.
8's all in.
Yep, gonna get him to fold.
Yeah, that's what I would rather do with ace queen. Just pick up the blinds.
Yeah, and,
Add 30k to your stack or 40k to your stack.
and there's no point in tanking right here because they're going hand for hand, right? So again, we're doing a 2-minute runoff if no one busts in that respective hand.
Okay, so clock is paused.
Yep, clock is paused. We
All
are
right,
hand
here's
for
a
hand.
question. How many hands will hand for hand take? The
How-
previous record is 1.
Okay, how many are we into now? I haven't been paying attention.
That's the first one.
Was that the first one? Okay.
Or so they run off 2 minutes per hand.
Correct.
What was that? 20,
I don't know
20
honestly.
27? Three. Tammy says 3. Broken Heart says 5. Bob says 4.
Oh, this is just for the record. Let's make this a game. We're giving away more free stuff. Don already won stuff.
7. Chase says 7.
Who? James Lee with King Queen suit in the hijack. Probably gonna make a bet here and open.
All right. So
Now,
Donna says the next hand.
Now, with the levels, with the blind levels going up, you have to really narrow your opening, shoving range to, I wouldn't say necessarily premiums. Hopefully, getting one of these smaller chip stacks like Yanni or maybe Poe, who's trying to sneak into the 3K bubble. There you go. 25 minutes left again. 2-minute runoff.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Hand 14 was the first hand for hand.
Okay.
Hand 15 was the second hand for hand. So if you say 6, that's gonna mean hand 19.
Right.
If you say 3, that's gonna be hand 16. So right now, we're on hand 16. So if Yanni's right, this will be it.
Need to tank for their time, guess. Lego, I'll go over the hand from a GTL perspective. Explain it in just a second. I remember watching Adrian Mateos at the 2019 Party Poker tournament where he won like 1.1 million, and there was a 6K pay jump, and he had kings, and it was the next pay jump was a 6K. He had pocket kings, and I want to say he had 18, 17 big blinds. So let's say he had 17. He raised it to 16 big blinds, leaving himself with 1 big blind, right? And he's looking around to see, well, before he makes his move, he looks around and seeing if anybody else is busted. You know, at that tournament, they were using time banks, right? So he used I think he had about 10 time banks. He used like 2 or 3 time banks. Made it 16 big blinds.
Out of his 17?
Out of the 17, left himself 1 big blind. Big blind calls. Big blind tank uses, here's Yanni with the small blind, the blind versus blind scenario.
Poe's not going to call off with 3 high.
Yeah.
Don't flick my cards. These guys, it's a $150 deck.
Yeah, there was a couple people when I was playing the future table, they were like peeling it. I'm like, cringing. And going back to that hand, Lego, he falls around to the big blind. He's tanking, right? He uses some time banks, and you know he eventually calls, right? Flop. Don't remember what the flop was, right? But the guy shoved to put Mateos all in, and Mateos like uses like 2 or 3 more time banks, and even announces, "Look, I'm not trying to slow you. I have a good hand, but I just want to see if somebody's gonna, you know, potentially bust." He's doing that from an ICM perspective, right? So Yanni was he raised it that bet size, knowing that if somebody raised him all in, he's getting his chips all in, right? And so he's pretty much effectively all in with 10 big blinds, 9 big blinds, whatever he has right there. But the gentleman in seat 1, I keep on forgetting his name. You know, he doesn't need to have that kind of open sizing with a big chip stack that he has. He has like 600K or something like that, 400K. I don't even know what he has. But it's one of those things you see on a higher level. So, as the best poker player in Dallas, good move.
Yes. Good job, Yanni. So, Tammy is out. Bob is out.
Let me go check. Let me check Facebook. Okay, let me see here. I'm trying to go back and forth between Scott Gordon said 6, Raylene said 6. Then Stacy said hand 32.
Hand 32?
Yeah, so she thinks it's gonna go like 14 more hands.
Okay, wow.
Dude, we don't have enough columns. Just kidding.
No. I'm just crossing them off as they get done.
David, why does the font and stuff look weird on the, like, doesn't it look, whatever.
I don't think so. I think
maybe
it's
it's-
good. This is hand 18, which is Broken Heart.
We need to have a reminder to any new players to be gentle.
Yeah, I mean, and they don't know what you don't know.
Right.
So, you know, I don't
Yeah.
hate that they do stuff. I mean, I hate they do that, but I can't blame them because they don't know.
I did tell somebody on the future table, I was just like, hey, don't peel the cards back like that.
Yeah, did he look at you like, don't tell me what to do? Or did he go, oh, sorry? Because you
No.
get that a lot. You get like, oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Well, I think everybody at the, because they were joking with me about, like, you
Yeah.
know, because I'm the commentator in the booth and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, congratulations, whatever. So I think everybody at that table knew somehow that I was, you know, quote unquote, one of the main commentators here in the booth. And so they're like, oh, my bad, I didn't even think about it. I agree with that, Lego.
They need to go really late so they're tired tomorrow. Yeah.
But
Robert, I didn't let the other guy change. I didn't let Chase change his answer. I can't let you change your answer. God, it's 1:30. Here's what's crazy. We had less players per flight at the Summer Bash, right? Per flight.
Yep.
And those streams went to like 2:30. Remember that? They went.
We started later.
I thought they were 10 a.m. 4 p.m.
10 a.m. 5 p.m.
Hi.
So we start. So that's why I moved this to 4 p.m., knowing that we would overlap tournaments.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go till 2:30.
Good call.
Boom.
Yeah. See, Chase, I'm consistent at least. I'm laying down the law. No, Robert.
Yeah,
Can't let
Robert,
you
pay
guess again.
attention. It's your responsibility to pay attention to the
Yeah.
action at the table.
Pay attention. Oh, hit the camera. I think it's stuck. Hit the. Let's see who's potentially close. So anything that starts with this 12, you gone, Tammy gone, Matt gone, I'm gone, Ronda Rick gone, Min is gone, Donna's gone, Chase is gone, Cup is still in the running. I think there was somebody named Brad, or I spelled his name BRD. I can't spell, so he's out.
Was that all Facebook stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bryce has a couple minutes. Brandon 145. Steve is gone. Thomas gone.
This is Chase's hand. If we lose somebody, Chase wins. And he wants to deal the live stream.
Yeah. Broken heart. Good call. Got him. No more cars for you. No more job for you. Got him.
Chase, this
Blind?
is your hand.
Blind versus blind. Garrett making a move. I would love to
Raise
see
to
him
50.
rejam it.
It's so hard because Garrett's got so many chips.
Yeah,
He
but
might
he's
just
got
spike call.
This is a rejam spot. Ace 9 suited, blind versus blind. That stack depth level 100% is a rejam.
He raises. What if he decides to call off with ace 10?
Then he's, I mean, I guess he's, like I said, he's playing for.
He's playing to get in the. He's in the money. He makes it one more hand, and he's in the money.
This is, I'm rejamming. Look, I'm rejamming here.
Then you're just lying awake at night,
But I'm okay with my decisions that I make.
I think on the money bubble, it's a fold.
Right. Maybe he's tank.
Ace is up, says shove. On the money bubble, I'm folding.
Why are we doing all the hashtags?
Who's that? Fired? Oh, well.
I don't like just a flat here. That's for sure.
That's the worst.
That's out of all the options.
I like fold, jam, flat in that
Yeah.
order.
I think flatting is the worst option here. I think it's a fold or a rip.
Oh, he
that's
hits
good.
his 9. Garrett hits a 5.
It's going in, and he may call off. It's only 10 big.
Doesn't have a deuce 9-5 in it.
So here's the thing: if you're gonna flat with ace 9 and you hit top pair,
Rip.
you're getting it in.
Now you rip. Do I have a 9?
he
I
has to
do
rip.
have a 9. I'm all in. Let's go, Harvey. Do it.
You don't make this call pre-flop and just flat.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Good job. I don't even know Harvey, but I'm glad he made that move. Now it's only 1.45.
He could be probably. Now here's the thing.
There's 430 out there.
That 9 is a card that definitely hits the big blind's defending range in this scenario.
You can
Right.
run on the flush draw too.
Could definitely be putting on a flush draw.
Or just, I don't believe you. I'm going to shove my last 145,000 chips in the middle.
Let's see here. I think if that's he doesn't have a ton of backdoor equity here. if it was reversed and like the front door flush, he had spades. It's definitely snap call. What do you think? You're very right. I don't know what you're talking about. And yikes, what are you talking about?
I think you are very right. He says I think 145 is going to be close, which is another 9 minutes.
Right.
Or actually, yeah, 9 minutes from now in real time, which would be 19 minutes on the stream.
Sarah Titus said hand 22.
Okay, hand 22 is going to be.
I agree, Brad, and Facebook. Harvey's a young and upcoming player.
I'm a fan.
I wish I would have got divorced earlier so I could have picked up poker. Like I said, I started poker 2 years. I literally have only been playing poker for 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
And I literally did not care the first year. I was just punted, and I've only been studying for a year.
That's
taking
the
it serious.
funniest thing I've heard in 2
Yeah,
weeks. I wish I got divorced earlier so I could have taken my poker career seriously.
Right.
All right, Garrett does finally fold.
That's a painful fold. And he knows Harvey picking up some much needed chips. That's going to be a really big coup for him going into 488.
What are we at now? 1542?
Just one player away. Again, playing hand for the bubble. I'm relaxed, having my feet up on the desk.
This is hand 21. And 21 is capped in under pairs with a guess of 8.
8 more. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he
Well,
said 8 from the time we did it, which was 21. This is hand 21.
Best resources to study. That's a good question. I'll answer that in a little bit.
I'm after this hand when they're tanking.
Chase, do you study at all? Right. Does anybody in the chat study?
Captain, if somebody busts in this hand, you win.
Let's go, Cup. One time, baby. So I have the privilege and honor of living with 2 professional poker players.
3 if you include Emmy.
Yeah, include baby. Both are very good at cash and both are very good at tournament. So I get to bounce off, what's it called? Disc. Yeah, my disc. So what I use, okay, Shamari flopping top care. Yanni with a gutter. Harvey with 10s. What I really like, so when I studied, I mean, I hate to say I'm more advanced, but I am a lot more advanced than I was a year ago. I studied, it depends if you're going to play cash or tournament. If you're going to play cash, I've heard Crush Live Poker from Bart Hansen's are really good. Upswing Poker just came out with a new cash course with Brad Owen and Nick Petrangelo. I started with poker coaching with Jonathan Little.
I like Jonathan Little.
And I studied, like, the way I studied was, like, the basic fundamentals. And then there's basic fundamentals just in general, right? And there's the basic fundamentals cash and the basic fundamentals tournament. I really like it because, they have poker coaching also has an app. You can have quizzes, and so I would take quizzes as well. And then there's kind of some, like, interactive studying that you can do. It's good if you're trying to. It's a lot of study hour material with poker coaching. I think poker coaching is better on a basis for introductory. That is a relationship that Next Gen also has a poker coaching affiliate with Jonathan Lynn Poker Coaching.
Right.
So my resources are now. I still study, and I don't say now that I studied the basic fundamentals A and the basic fundamentals of cash and tournament. I'm picking more more defined courses in his. Like I'll pull one up just
So this is hand 9, hand 22, which is 9 hands of hand for hand, and nobody said 9. So James Lee with the A and the K in the hijack
7 folds, 8 folds, 1 folds.
makes it 65K.
can people just can just. Oh, he's gonna rip it.
Oh, this might be the last hand. Snap call, ace, king, and 6-6. I study Eddie's commentary. 9 deuce deuce. And a 5. And a 7. Yanni gets
Does
the
double up.
full double.
Ooh, sweating it there. So I'm looking at Jonathan Lowe's poker coaching. What was the on the courses resource, the courses tab? You know, they have like the quote unquote master class for cash, master class for tournament. One that I just finished recently studying when on the cash side, how to beat loose live cash games, which applies to Texas. There's two games that I'll show you. There's one that's called How to Beat Loose Live Cash Games
Yes.
and How to Beat Wild Games. When I'm going on a kind of tournament series thing, there's the tournament courses.
Does it say have an unlimited bankroll?
No, I mean they'll have.
Because that helps. Nice hand, Yanni. That's why he's the best, Bob. Give credit where credit
Like, here's a
is
cool-
due.
Here's a cool one, a study course on for tournaments. How to think about hand ranges. Let me see here. Short. So you guys actually saw me nursing that short stack. I studied this one, short stack bubble play, which is really good. Blind defense on the big blind versus small blind.
Go up just a little bit. That's my friend Chad Holloway.
No, that's
No, one more.
6 folds, 7 folds.
Oh
My right
yeah,
hands with Chad Holloway.
yeah.
How to win a WSOP bracelet.
Value betting stuff like deep stack tournament strategy. I've studied that one.
8 raises.
Believe it or not, I actually started listening to the mindset courses. I did for a period of time. And then having a group of people that are better than you to discuss.
Right. Fogo's all in with
Yeah.
ace 4 suited. Harvey calls off with ace 8. He has a better 8. It will be a chop probably half the time. Not this time, though. 7 and deuce. Poe needs a 4 or a 4 or a club.
And guess what?
he
Just
doesn't
misses
do it.
the double
that's it.
bag. Oh,
So
bummer.
whoever said hand 23, which is 10 hands of hand for hand, would have won.
So the winner of this, okay, remember, we're on a 10-minute delay, so I knew in real time. The winner's Cup
132.
is 132, so
Bryce.
Bryce is the winner. Cup and Brandon, you guys are so close.
Chicken dinner, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and Chase, I'll be on the chat tomorrow. I mean,
Look at how relaxed you look. You're just chilling.
I told you I had my feet up, bro.
Feet up on the disc.
Yeah. On the disc. Hey, dude, we've been here forever the past few days.
Yeah, we have been here. And
Chase,
then
if you
Craig
can join
walks
tomorrow,
in, waited for the
I
10
can
minutes
give
so he
you my
didn't spoil
contact-
it for us. Thank you, Craig.
My contact info, and then kind of just put you some directions and talk with you on the phone. I mean, you can ask some of these guys here, like Cup and Poker Monkey and blah, blah, blah. Like, I answer my texts and phone calls for you guys. So I'm not going to give it out on the internet.
On the webs.
On the YouTube. On the YouTube.
On the YouTube.
On the YouTube.
Hey, do you say that at the Walmart?
At the
Hey,
Walmart.
can we go to the Walmart?
Can we go to the Target, the Walgreens? But yeah. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the final flight 1F of Danielle's 150K birthday bash. Tomorrow, coming back to day 2 restart with how many
1
players?
p.m.
1 p.m.
We're going to have exactly 54 players.
54 players tomorrow.
Because, yeah, we'll have 54 for sure. Because if they double bag, they're still coming back. So we'll have 54
That's right,
players.
'cause there's two
I
double
don't know
bags.
what the prize pool will be, depending on how many of these people double bagged.
Yeah.
And
I think it's only 2, unless somebody on the yeah.
Oh, none of these players double bagged. Okay.
Yeah, I know nobody on the feature table
Okay.
double bag.
So maybe the outside table might have
Yeah.
some.
Poe-
so the prize
Poe was
pool
one of the-
50K up top with
Yeah.
just over 1,000 for a min cash coming back tomorrow, guaranteed $1,000. that's it, guys. 1 o'clock tomorrow. We won't start streaming immediately
Probably
because
3 o'clock after the first break.
yeah, I was gonna say because there's so many short stacks that are just made it to the bubble, and now they're just gonna go all in. Like, hey, I got my 1,000. Let's go.
Right.
And that's it. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably it won't be 3 o'clock because it's a goofy time because there's like 7 minutes left. So
I
it'll be
gotcha.
something weird.
Okay, so
yeah.
stay tuned tomorrow. Look for us to go live on YouTube and
done.
Facebook.
Just
if you are
5 minutes.
subscribed and like both our Facebook and YouTube, you can get notifications when we go, so you'll see it and know.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us this evening at Poker House Dallas.